want to know what Vistar Media's got in line for its feature. So, would you like to pick a card?
Yes, let's go for it.
Any card will do.
I'm a bit anxious about this, but okay.
Right, okay, so what is this one?
Creative House of Fame.
Creative House of Fame, right, okay, that's a really interesting card because this is really about innovation. And I really want to know, I was reading up about Vistar Media, and you have something like 875,000 sites around the world and probably growing.
Yep.
So where are you in terms of your innovation and creativity within the company in terms of its development with all this digital out of home?
Well, I think we actually have, right now, our creative director is on stage talking about...
Oh, that's him making the noise.
Yeah, her making the noise.
Her making the noise, right.
And she's actually giving a talk on how you can use the context around screens and the technology on screens to create really immersive and exciting experiences that people like, actually.
So
right?
what do people like? I mean, I know when I'm in the street, when something grabs my attention, I'm like, whoa, that's good.
Yeah.
But you don't really see that much of it.
True, and I think that's also why she's on stage. How can we, how can we get leverage all those capabilities that we now have, with, for instance, using data to be smarter in what you show to a consumer, but also just creatively, what can I create that works with the canvas and works with the actual environment in which the screen is, right?
Yeah.
Different screens have different dwell times, so how long folks actually have attention for it.
Yeah,
exactly. And different contexts also dictate what works in that context and what doesn't. And I think if you just see the possibilities and you put attention into the variations you can create, you can just create something really, really nice around using data to be specific, but also, for instance, engaging with user-generated content that is local, right? That real-world local context of a screen, and trying to get that context onto the screen makes it more relevant for the folks that see it.
And because it's more authentic.
Exactly, and therefore you can do some real nice things on it. So we always try to push our brand partners and agency partners to say hey, look at all the stuff you can do here. How can we get this to the next level? And we have a ton of innovation around it. Also, we use AI models to understand the context of a screen, and also say this ad works really well in this context. Therefore, let's optimize this and that to get that to the next stage of
I'm not a clairvoyant, but hold those thoughts on AI because you never know. The tarot cards may have they may have surprises. They're always surprising me. Okay, pick another card. Any card. DMEXCO Dimensions.
All right.
This is a really good one. What are you here as Vistar Media? When I say you, I mean the team.
Sure, I get that.
What are you hoping to get from DMEXCO this year? What do you need people to understand and take away?
So I think one of the things that we want to put into the market is to show how out of home, and especially digital out of home, is growing as a addressable and interesting channel.
That as opposed to connected TV and mobile, which all seem to be the hot spaces, but digital out of home does have a big place.
If you look at the investment that's going into out of home in this conference alone, there's a whole section of the German industry body, the IDU, together with the big players Valdeco and Steyr, that organize a whole event around it. There's 3-4 presentations. This whole day is around digital out of home. It's a very exciting space. And we want to power that growth by helping more use cases to go into the channel and to create incremental value in the channel as well. And I think that's what we do as an industry together, but specifically what we are putting our efforts behind as well, right? To grow that channel.
Great. Let's move on. Throwing my questions away. Right, 2 down, a couple more to go.
All right, we're going for this
going for this spectrum. Okay. The path of privacy.
Nice.
So you were mentioning earlier about utilizing all the clever data and as much data as you can in an era of increased data privacy. How do you ensure that you're targeting effectively on all of these hundreds of thousands of outdoor screens around the world for a given client at any given time?
Yeah. Well, so the way we operate and where we also innovate is to basically understand from a small base of people how we can extract audiences that work across a more scaled approach. So out of home is by definition privacy friendly because we don't have one-on-one data, right? It's always a mass medium. but we can do it in a smarter way. We can run ads on that mass media in a more addressable, smart way. So
and in a more targeted way, but without having the data issue.
but still, like the data that we have, we come up with scores on at what hour, at what place, so what time and location. We can find certain folks in a more higher index group, right? That it's a more selective group on that specific moment in time. And for that, we actually leverage telco data. We recently got acquired, or recently, already in January, but it got acquired by T-Mobile US.
Yes.
Therefore, that's also a path into understanding from a telco perspective, not on a one-on-one basis, but from a telco perspective, understanding what do folks do digitally, what are they interested in, what do they buy, and then how do they move around, and how can I leverage that motion data to also get a better picture of who's where and when, without actually one-on-one being creepy about like, hey, Diederick, here's your new product, right?
Stalking you.
Yeah, no, but like, and actually leveraging that, and I think that's the future of targeting to begin with. In a privacy-first world, you don't want to have this one-on-one world. I think that is kind of, we're heading out of that era into an era where we say we want to be smart about it, but we don't want to be creepy. And I think that's exactly what you can do with telco data, being smart about what you.
Yeah, please don't ever be creepy. Okay, last one. Let's do one more.
All right.
Any card.
All right, here we go.
Oh, the Pentacle of Partners.
Okay, what does that mean?
I love this one. So this is about partnerships. How important are partnerships to Vistar? I mean, you're all around the world. Like you said, you were acquired earlier this year, but how important are partners, and what are you doing in that space with whom?
So for us, obviously, like we are technology that helps partners on the buy side. So we work with partner DSPs and we work with agencies. But on the other side, just as important, maybe even more important, are our media owner partners, right? And the media owners, we're trying to help to get more incremental use cases for out-of-home into the space. And they're pivotal in that. Like if we work really closely together on driving these initiatives to allow for technology to work properly, to support like all types of transactions, ranging from curation layers to programmatic guaranteed, ranging to vetting if certain DCO elements like dynamic creatives actually work on screens and whatnot. Like partnering in that together is extremely important. And then it's not just technology; it's also about driving awareness for the channel and what it can bring together. And I think that's like today's a testament to that, where we have this whole hall here where we're actually working on driving that initiative. And that's what you do with partners.
And it's quite packed out. We're sort of creating a nice little space here to chat. But I'm impressed it's quite early and there's quite a lot of people here.
I mean, you can really feel the buzz around the developments in this house.
Last question, not on the cards,
all right,
but my own personal question to you. We were talking about billboards earlier on, and what might be your favorite? What's your favorite billboard ad ever? Have you got one?
Well, we did. It's connected to our like a path as entrepreneurs. So when I founded the business in Europe, we got struck by Corona, obviously, and the pandemic wasn't helpful for out of home, right? I mean, people had to stay in home.
Right. Okay.
Stay in home, don't go out of home, right?
Yeah.
So that was kind of a rough time for everyone in the industry. But then when we came out of it, we had a partnership with Heineken. It's a very old case, but it's still one of my favorites, where they actually wanted to support medium-sized or small-sized gastronomy businesses opening up again to celebrate the first beer. So we had like, let's celebrate the first beer. And the way they did that was to basically get user-generated content of folks creating a picture or making a picture of their first beer, and to share that on screens that were locally then put live with the technology we have, right? We put up a screen, an ad where it said like, I'm celebrating my first beer at this bar locally, and everywhere around the Netherlands, those campaigns ran with local imagery of folks that created that content themselves, celebrating that first beer. And I think for us as an industry, that was just like coming out of the gates, out of pandemic with such a strong innovation, where we really leverage that local culture, put that into a creative, onto a screen, in your local neighborhood, supporting businesses, and therefore also supporting our industry back again. And that is still, because that is like the starting point of a very nice bloom in digital out of home and the digitization of screens and using technology in it. That is just like, it really represents, I think, why we're here now, and that's why I really like that ad stuff.
Well, enjoy the conference, Diederick.
Thank you so
very
much
for being the first card reading.
Yeah, all right. Awesome. Thanks for stopping by.